Hi guys! So I've had quite a few informative videos lately, so this one is going to be a bit more fun. I'm going to give you an update on each of the piggies in the herd, and we're also going to find out how much they weigh. So if you want to join in, take a second out now to pop a comment down below. Let me know which piggy you think is going to be the heaviest and who is the lightest. And here's a tip, it might not be the obvious ones. Okay, so I can't resist a little bit of seriousness. I just want to say that weighing is a really valuable tool to monitor our piggies' health, and that is the main reason why I do it. Because guinea pigs are prey animals, they are super good at hiding illnesses, and often a gradual decline in weight is the first symptom that something is not quite right. If we can spot that early, then it means that we can get our piggies treated in time before anything gets worse. So if you don't currently weigh your piggies on a regular basis, I really recommend starting a weekly weigh-in and keeping a track of any changes. Okay, so first up I have the lovely Pedro, and I know quite a few of you have been asking how Pedro's health has been lately after I posted that vlog maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago about his recent illness. So Pedro did start off with diarrhea, and then he had bloat and general slowing of his digestive system, which went on for quite a while, about 2.5 weeks. Now fortunately we've got a really good vet, and she gave us all the right stuff we needed to get him back on track, and I was hand feeding him for a long time because he didn't want to eat on his own, bless him. But fortunately now he is feeling much better, he's eating on his own, he's doing great at eating hay. I'm watching him like a hawk, but he is doing really well. And naturally I have been really wary about giving him fresh foods, but he is getting a little bit now and again, which is good. So if you want to see more about what I did to help Pedro recover and what you need to do to help support an ill piggy, including hand feeding, then I'll pop that vlog in the description for you below. You're gonna say hello? Hi! You've got a little wet chin, haven't you, mate? So one of the things that I've learned about Pedro is he likes to drink out of the water bowl as well as the water bottle, and we've got him his very own little bowl, and unfortunately it does mean that he gets a little wet chin. I've had to actually cut the hair under there to stop it soaking up so much water. You showing them all your little wet chin? And for those of you that might notice, Pedro's front feet here are, it's not that his nails are overgrown, it's really that they have curved so much to the side because I think he was neglected and they weren't cut previously. So his nails really do grow sort of sideways, and I guess over time I can trim them in a way to get them to face more forward. So don't be too worried if you see his feet and they look a bit twisted. I think it's just what's happened through his past and through neglect before he came to the RSPCA. So buddy, let's find out what you're on today. And we have 1,011 grams. This is good because it is a slight improvement. He was below a kilogram up to a few days ago, so we're seeing a slow increase in weight, which is really good news. Another slight update on Pedro is how he's been settling in. So we've now owned him for 2 months, and in case you don't know, Pedro is a neutered male. All of the other piggies are females, so when we first got him, I kind of expected him to take charge and be that dominant male. That didn't work out at all. When we introduced them, he was so shy and quite scared of the ladies, and only in the last week have I actually started to see a little bit of a change and a bit of dominance behaviour from him, which did surprise me as he was rumble strutting for the first time ever. I didn't really think it was possible that he could even do it. So I'll try to catch this on camera to show you guys. And I will keep you guys updated on how things go with this new dominance behaviour. Okay, so our next piggy up on the scales is Phoebe. So Phoebe is coming up to around 1 year old. I mean, how fast has that gone? Phoebe has always been on the small side. She's definitely not as chunky as her sister Roxy, but that doesn't mean she is short on personality. Phoebe is super cheeky and confident, especially around the cage and whenever there's food around. There are certain situations though where she does become a little bit shy, so when they're out for floor time, she does have a bad habit of sneaking under the furniture and hanging around there, which is because she doesn't like being out in the open, especially in big spaces. She's also generally less happy when she's out of the cage and away from the other piggies, but I think it's more because she just wants to be the centre of attention at all times. Don't you, sweetheart? Yes. And Phoebe is still the boss pig after she took over from Lyra. She doesn't necessarily get at the others much and boss them around, but if she wants to do something or be somewhere and they are in her way, then she will let them know. Right then, Phoebe, let's see how much you weigh. Get all your feeties on there. Okay, so today Phoebe is 968 grams. Obviously Phoebe is a young piggy, she's in really good health, and even though she's a small piggy, that's a good weight for her. I'm not worried that she's under a kilo at all. Just look at that face, it's so cute. Are you going to look at us? Oh, hello sweetheart. And piggy number 3 is Lyra. So Lyra has been fairly stable with her weight and her health for the past few months. The only change really that I've seen, and probably some of you have noticed, is that she is losing hair around her body, and that's because of hormonal changes to do with ovarian cysts. Fortunately for Lyra, the cysts are small, they don't bother her in any other way, so it's just something for me and the vet to keep an eye on and keep monitoring. In case you didn't know, female guinea pigs are really prone to ovarian cysts. I think it's something like 90% of them over the age of 3 years have cysts in some form. And whilst the way to stop this and prevent this happening would be to spay our female piggies, it's generally not recommended because the operation is quite invasive and it's just risky in such a small animal. And especially for Lyra, who is 6 years old, she's only just started showing symptoms of cysts. Because of her age, surgery is definitely not an option for her. So Lyra did give up her position at the top of the ranking to Phoebe, probably around 5 or 6 months ago. But Lyra is still respected by the younger piggies, and she simply chooses not to get involved in any battles for dominance. Okay then, Lyra Bear. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so Lyra weighs in at, just 836 grams today. So as I mentioned, obviously Lyra does look thinner and smaller than in my older videos, but we have to remember that she is a senior piggy, she's over 6 years old now. I'm just glad that she's okay now health-wise and she is maintaining a reasonably stable weight. Oh, you're such a good piggy, aren't you? Shall we have a look at that beautiful face? Oh, hello sweetheart. Aren't you so good sitting on those scales for us? And last but not least, we have Roxy Pig, and I need 2 hands for this one. She is a bit chunky. So Roxy is Phoebe's sister. I got them at the same time, obviously, and so Roxy is also coming up to 1 year old. Now Roxy has always been a little bit bigger than her sister, but recently that difference has grown. And also, not only is she quite different in appearance to Phoebe, but she has quite a different character as well. I think Roxy is second in command, and she definitely has a bit of a chip on her shoulder about this. She will occasionally peck at Pedro and Lyra, but she does this thing whenever Phoebe comes close. It's sort of like a really high-pitched whining, complaining noise, and it usually happens just before Phoebe kicks her out of a prime sleeping spot or somewhere that Phoebe wants to be, and Roxy is. And Roxy has always been quite a shy piggy. Even in the cage, she is really really quick to startle, although she's not as difficult to pick up and catch as Phoebe because she's bigger, but she will always try to run away from me. And knowing that she's just a bit more shy generally, I do try to do more taming exercises with her, and I'm sure with time she will settle down more. Interestingly, Roxy has carried on being a bit dominant towards Pedro. Pedro is the only one that Roxy will rumble strut at, and now that Pedro is rumbling back, it's going to be quite interesting to see how their relationship develops. Are you all on? Yep, we've got a heavy pig. So Roxy's weight today is 1,201 grams, so 1.2 kilos. And she is almost 300 grams heavier than her sister Phoebe. So if anyone guessed Roxy at the start of the video for the heaviest piggy, sorry sweetheart, then you guessed right, Roxy is a chunky girl. I know. You're very beautiful, aren't you, sweetheart? Look at that face. No, good girl. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and getting an update on each of the piggies as well as seeing what they weigh. Well done to anyone who guessed correctly. So Lyra is the lightest piggy and Roxy is by far the heaviest piggy. Also, if you enjoyed this vlog style video, then do look out for monthly vlogs that will be going up at the end of each month. Thank you to everyone who commented on that community post where I kind of just put out a thank you and asking anyone if they would be interested in that style of video. I enjoy watching those videos from other YouTubers, so I thought it would be something that I could do myself as well. And they'll basically just have piggy updates throughout the month, purchases and other updates that don't get included in the normal videos, so definitely keep an eye out for those. Okay guys, that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed and we will see you in the next one. Bye bye!